Going. Just to introduce myself, my name is Jonathan Wassling. I'm Deputy Vice-Chancellor at Brunel University of London, and it's a great pleasure to welcome you to this afternoon's, or today's, Research and Impact Awards. I was told that the last time we had this event was 2 years ago, back on the Brunel campus. That was just before I joined you as Deputy Vice-Chancellor, so I didn't have the pleasure to coming to that. But of course, this year we are here in Senate House, University of London. Part is a celebration of our accession to a fully federated member of the University of London. It's particularly appropriate that we can share this meeting not just with ourselves internally, but also a wider group of audience that we've invited here today. So welcome to everybody here. If you're a member of Brunel University of London, welcome, but also to our guests and friends and supporters. And I know you've all had a very engaging day already, looking at the posters, the discussions, and the interaction. Today's been an opportunity for a brilliant spotlight on the breadth and excellence of research environment at Brunel. My background is in I guess, discovery science or blue sky science. My background is in infectious disease research. And one thing, I've been to many events in the past in terms of research, but one thing that really strikes me about events at Brunel with research is that very easy step, very comfortable step, and very effective step from discovery science into research and impact, in particular, impact and application of those. And that is on display this afternoon in absolute bounds. I've been so impressed by looking at how easily we translate as an institution, as part of the way we think about research, into its application into real world problems that affect a whole range of areas, from healthcare to the way we govern and operate in society, to the way that we're thinking about climate change and other global major issues that are facing us today. So it's really been wonderful. I've just had a wonderful experience actually being a doctor with our colleagues who have devised our AI interactive patient. I'm not sure what the AI patient thought of me at the end of it. They didn't tell me that, but it was a really wonderful experience to see how we can combine areas that we are really strong at Brunel, thinking about our strength as an institution, crossing that bridge between areas that we do that have a natural relationship but sit at different parts of the campus. So really good example there of healthcare combining with our expertise in AI and digital technologies, and also design and something that can be really used as a comfortable tool to go out there to solve a problem. It's a real issue in terms of training healthcare professionals in the future, not just in resource-poor settings, but also particularly here in the UK. How are we going to get more professionals into healthcare without more reliance on actually a lot of simulation, which is effectively going to be the only cost-effective way of doing a lot of moving more people through to the healthcare sector at a lower cost. A really important problem. So it's a really good example of a real world problem. So it's been great to see that, and I'm hastened to pull out just one example. I'll stop there because I'll end up offending all the others who have got equally fantastic examples. But it's been great, and I shall enjoy going around after this award ceremony, looking at some of the stands a bit later on. So I think that's, for me, is what really makes Brunel a very special place and a very important place in relation to its research. I've mentioned already the University of London. It's fitting that we join the celebration here today as members of the Federation of the University of London. Of course, that brings us into a closer opportunity for those research collaborations to extend beyond the boundaries of the Brunel campus. They do already, I know. Brunel is already a very international university, but we have a special relationship now with the University of London and a real opportunity for making those links with colleagues here. Also, it's an interesting an important opportunity for us to make links internally ourselves. Many of you have been to international conferences. I was relating the experience I've had many times where you end up flying all the way halfway around the world to Australia to have a conference on your area of specialism, and you end up with speaking to somebody from your own university and saying, yeah, we should collaborate together. We're here in New Zealand to find out that we have to collaborate with each other. So those internal conversations are also very important as well, and I heard a lot of those going on this afternoon. So I think this has all been very productive and will be used productively in the future to develop new areas of innovation and collaboration, not just externally, but also internally within the strengths that we've got within the university. So just before I hand over to Sarita in our awards, I just want to give an enormous thank to everybody here at Senate House and the University of London for providing us with a very warm welcome for the environment here. I'd also like to thank, and I don't have a full list, so I'm not going to start with the list, but really thanking people who've been involved in all the hard work behind putting the organisational part of today together to make it such a success. So thank you very much. So today we're proud to host our Brunel Research Impacts Award, and without any further ado, I'm going to invite colleagues to come forward and join me in presenting those awards today. They are across 8 categories. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Sarita Malik, who is our Associate Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Research Impact, and Professor Christina Victor, Associate Pro-Vice-Chancellor of Research, Culture and Governance. And they are going to guide us through the next stage of this afternoon and present, or help me present the awards. I'm doing the easy bit. I'm just handing them over and shaking hands. So over to you two.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. As the Associate Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Research Impacts, I'm really thrilled to highlight the incredible work that's happening across Brunel. Now, these awards, as Jonathan has just outlined, serve as a really important platform to celebrate the dedication and the passion and resilience of our colleagues who consistently push the envelope, driving research that truly benefits society. And of course, they're not alone in this journey. It's not just the lucky recipients today. Our entire Brunel research community plays a vital role, all while upholding the highest standards of excellence in student support, public engagement, and of course, across wider research endeavours. So when we think about research impact, we're not just talking about REF, although it can be a useful metric too. We're talking more profoundly about the transformative effects of research on the economy, on society, on culture, public policy, health, as Jonathan's just said, the environment, and overall quality of life that reach far beyond the walls of academia. So it's important to recognise also that impact also often means that it takes a long time and also careful collaboration across a diverse range of communities and stakeholders. It can be tricky. And that's why these biennial awards are so remarkable. They capture just a glimpse of the extensive research excellence and impactful contributions that define Brunel. So this year, we invited nominations from our research leaders to shine a light on those whose work has made a significant difference over the past 2 years. The panel of judges, comprised of members of our senior leadership team, was genuinely impressed by the outstanding quality and diversity of submissions. So a heartfelt thank you to everyone who contributed to the process. And it's my great privilege to now announce these awards, and we'd like to invite the winner onto stage to collect their award when their name is called. And I should just mention, actually, the awards that are being given out today have been designed by Brunel Design School. They are indeed 3D printed awards, so even more special. Okay, the first award is for civic engagement and societal impact. Now, this award has been presented for impactful and engaged research that has benefited our surrounding communities, particularly in mutually beneficial civic partnerships and collaborations. And I would like to announce the winner, who is Professor Louise Mansfield. Professor Mansfield's collaborative research and evaluation partnership between Brunel and Southall has sustained impactful research in the area of community sport and physical activity for local public health and well-being. It has benefited the local Southall community by supporting the growth and regeneration of community sport and physical activity facilities and increased opportunities to take part in, organise and lead delivery. We now move on to our second award for cultural impact. This award is presented for impactful and engaged research where the outputs generated significant cultural impacts either through a specific medium to a particular audience, culture or geography. And I'm proud to announce the winner is Professor Hannah Lowe. Professor Lowe's creative writing and research has significantly contributed to public understanding and cultural belonging around British multicultural society and its links to the Caribbean and China. Having won both the Costa Book of the Year and Costa Poetry Prize for the kids, excitement is already building for her forthcoming lyrical memoir, The Woman in the Chinese Collar, out in all good bookshops in, I think, spring 2026. Congratulations, Hannah. The next award is for economic impact, presented for impactful and engaged research where the outputs generated significant economic impact at local, regional, national or international scale. And I'm proud to announce the winners are Reborn. That's George Fern, Eleni Yakovidou with Kunchi and Karnik Tavedi. And this award is for the development of a new sustainable homeware product exclusively retailed at John Lewis, branded as Reborn. The radical, sustainable, circular approach uses recycled plastics, originally destined for landfill, to be redistributed back to the UK plastic system as low-carbon material used in the making of plastic washing-up bowls, dish racks, and drainers that are highly durable and long life. We now move to the award for educational impact, presented for impactful and engaged research where the outputs have contributed to the quality of education, either at Brunel or more widely within the education sector. And the winner of this award is Story Futures China, Vanya Garage with Yongkok Choi and David Harrison. An output of the AHRC-funded project Story Futures China, The Keeper of Paintings and the Palette of Perception, is a gamified AR experience produced for the National Gallery, London. Aimed at 7 to 11-year-old children, the on-site experience transforms the gallery and its classical painting collection into an immersive educational playground. Our next award is for environmental sustainability, presented for impactful and engaged research where the outputs delivered significant environmental and sustainable benefits at local, regional, national or international scale. And the recipient of the award is Plastics in Indonesian Societies, Pisces Partnership, awarded to Eleni Yakovidou and Susan Jobling with Fabrizio Cheskin. The pioneering Pisces partnership catalysed the establishment of the world's first plastics living lab in Indonesia. Situated out on Banyuwangi's southern coast, a hotspot area for plastic pollution, the Pisces Living Lab operationalises community-led action and facilitates systems innovation by integrating scientific research with local knowledge and institutional collaboration. And I'd now like to invite Professor Christine Victor, Associate Pro Vice Chancellor for Research, Culture and Governance, to present our next awards.
Thank you. Our next award is for Global Impact, which is recognises impactful and engaged research where the outputs have generated impact far beyond the sunny shores of Uxbridge, and in particular benefiting communities of the Global South. And this year, the award is appointed to Dr. Ayushman Bhagat. Our next award recognises policy impact, where the outputs from particular research projects have clearly made an identifiable impact on an area of policy at any level, so local, national, international. This year, the award is being made to the Brunel Returnee Modelling for UNHCR, led by Dr. Derek Grome, with Diana Suleimanova, Yanni Sher, and please. Oh. Gosh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next award recognises enhancing research culture, and this seeks to recognise activities or initiatives that have significantly enhanced career development, research integrity, ethics, collegiality, interdisciplinarity, open research or research design. The winner of the award this year is Sarah Anjumani Vermuni. Sarah was recognised for this award because she was nominated across a broad number of categories by colleagues for her work in the area of Friedreich's ataxia. And this award, I think, recognises not just her impressive impact, but her wider commitment to enhancing the culture and enabling others who work with her to also excel to the excellence she demonstrates. And now we come to our final award, which is a special award proposed this year by our Pro Vice Chancellor for Research, Hua Zhao, but also from the broader research community. And behind every successful research project, there are many people involved in supporting that enterprise. Every project has to be costed, reviewed, managed, delivered, a whole range of activities. And I think behind our success, our research success at Brunel, as evidenced by our increasing research income, is our fantastically wonderful Research Support and Development Office. And I would like to invite Teresa Waller to come forward and accept it. Thank you. I think that concludes the presentations, and I'll hand over to Jonathan to, I assume, close the proceedings.
Thank you very much, Sarita and Christina, for the work that you put into this as well. I know there's a lot of hard work behind this and making selection for these wards, and the very kind words that you've said are really, really appreciated. So thank you very much. Congratulations to all winners. I think that as with any award ceremony like this, in reality, everybody here is a winner in terms of wonderful stands I've seen today, wonderful examples. We could have given prizes out to everybody here. This is an opportunity really to focus on some of our very best and most impactful areas that are at the mature stage. There's a lot of research here I can see that is at that stage of making future impact. Some is at the very early stage of research, but we have really high hopes looking at the quality of what's coming through here that research will translate to really impactful research in the future. So I think we should just join with a big round of applause for everybody's contribution in terms of the research that we've seen here today. So thank you very much for everybody. Yeah, I would like to thank the Brunel events team as well, in particular, for the work that they've put into this today as well. Whoever produced those awards are fantastic. Actually, they may not be made of gold. They look like they're not made of gold, but they are very bespoke. So somebody has been out there handcrafting the precise wording on the little, if you look at your awards there, it tells you exactly what you've done. So I don't know who was engraving that. I suspect it had something to do with one of our AI robots somewhere, but it's very bespoke and very carefully done. So thank you very much for whoever organised that. I do want to say one thing I think is very important to remember at this time, not just at Brunel University, but also more broadly across the higher education sector and the university sector that's involved in research at the moment, is that we are going through, as a sector, some very, very difficult times, and we're all aware of that, and today isn't the time to spend too much time thinking about the details of that. But Brunel is being, through that time, tested, I think, in the way that we operate. But what's really encouraging to see is the extent to which we are responding as an organisation in a very difficult environment to one of our most important missions, and that is bringing research and innovation into the real world. That is partly why we were founded as an institution. We need to remain true to that institutional aim, and if we do so, we will be successful despite some of the difficult funding environments that we're going through at the moment. It's really encouraging to see that despite the changes of the last 18 months or so, that actually our research applications, our research income is rising as an institution very significantly from 2 or 3 years ago. The numbers of research awards coming forward is rising, and the numbers of PIs engaging in research and writing quality applications in a very difficult competitive environment is also increasing. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody in this room and outside this room who continues to value research as in their own personal environment, but also importantly support research and support research in that context in Brunel University more widely. That goes especially, we've already recognised our RSDO office, but also to others. You all know as researchers, you stand on the shoulders of others that support and do the work and provide the funding environment which enables to get you to have that time and space to develop your own research. So as an institution, I want to thank everybody for really remembering that despite the difficult times, research is really important. It's part of the DNA of Brunel University, and we will, as we have done today, seek to reward that at every stage as we go forward. So thank you very much for that. So I think the last thing for me to do is just to invite us all for drinks, I think. Is that right? It'd be very embarrassing because I'll have to a very, very burnt out credit card if actually I've just offered to buy everybody drinks and there aren't any. But I assume there are drinks and refreshments, is that right? After us? So, and it also says here to ask all winners to join us on the stage for a group photo. Is that still happening? Or? Yeah, it is apparently. So, one final round of applause to everybody. Thank you very much for coming. Enjoy the networking, and if I can just ask all the winners to come up here for one final photo, and drinks are outside. Thank you very much.